how come is everything white? I said, why is Jesus white with blonde hair and blue eyes? Why is the Lord's Supper all white men? Angels are white, Pope and Mary and even the angels. I said, Mother, when we die, do we go to heaven? She said, naturally we go to heaven. I said, well, what happened to all the black angels when they took the pictures? I said,
I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Welcome to the latest episode of New Earth Zone. Thank you all for supporting the first video. I really did appreciate the views and shares and likes and the compliments. This is episode 2. I'm not gonna hold you up. We're not gonna even waste much time. If you like videos like this one, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. I need you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I only have like 30 people. I need more of you. I need more of you to tune in. My Alim aliens, my shiny ones, the New World Architects. Hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this on your algorithm. That's it. Let's get straight to the videos.
The art of being black is often an acrobatic act in defending black humanity in a world that worships a pale, long-haired Anglo-Saxon savior, even though the Bible clearly describes him as a bronze-skinned, woolly-haired Hebrew. History continues right before our very eyes each time the importance of black lives is denied. What happens to unhealed souls left to linger in bodies that hold on to trauma? The immortal imprisoned by mortals who thrive on fears stoked by lies. And where do those souls go when the trauma is intergenerational? Uninformed race theory critics beget flag-waving parents professing patriotism who prefer their children pretend to be as blind to color as we purport Lady Liberty to be to justice. But she needs glasses so America can see how easy it is to be so indifferent to slavery when it's viewed solely as black history. But the holy truth is, slavery is white history too. As white as snow-covered plantations in the winter cold, as white as cotton before picked by bloody pricked fingers, as white as white abolitionists, and as white as the white men who own slaves themselves. How much of a toll does it take to drown a soul in a sea of wickedness? To twist and contort to justify an evil that annihilates human rights in the name of God? And what of the intergenerational transmission of trauma passed down to the descendants of those whose religion was genocide and theft of other human lives? And what of the souls of the descendants of the voiceless who had no choice but to stand idly by? Confederate flags still get waved to commemorate defeated states whose desire to own slaves was so great they initiated an uncivil war on their own country.
There are three things the black man especially got to be aware of: sex, money, and opportunity. When the devil comes, he come at you with one of those three, sometime all three. And if you ain't true to what you claim you about, you gonna fall victim. I'm sorry for you brothers that's going through it, but to your own self, you got to be true. Is this how you want to teach your sons when they come up? Bang them and leave them? Or if you get a wife, cheat on them? We had to have learned something from those who went before us who did all of this. And we still playing the same dumb, stupid game. Wasn't you instructed that the last trick the devil will use will be his woman? You think you pulling her, nigga? He giving her to you. That's part of the plan. And you fell for it. Wake up. Keep your thing in your pants, and you can keep your money in your pocket. Stop acting like a hood rat and start acting like the king that you is.
When God gives you a gift, you have to work with it. If you don't work with it, you're going to stay down all the time. You're going to be on the worried all the time, or stay sick or something. When you do the Lord's work that He wants you to do, you're all right. I stopped for a couple of weeks, but I stayed sick. The minute I picked it up again, I got better. Because our bone to treat.
The ancestors lived through us. Yeah. They're in our DNA. That means millions of years of information is inside of you. So we talk about like people trying to access the Akashic records. The Akashic records isn't someplace like Washington, D.C., you know, or something like that. The Akashic records is here. And when you develop enough personal power and your consciousness raised to a level, then you have access to all of that information that's literally thousands and hundreds of thousands of years old. So we have access to that. That's why meditation is so important. Why don't they teach meditation in school? Because they don't want you getting in touch with no ancestors. They don't want you getting in touch with information that they don't know.
You don't choose your life calling. Your calling chooses you. That's why it's called call. You don't call, it calls you. When you open yourself up to understanding certain spiritual principles in life, basic, simple, nothing difficult. All you need to do is have what is called a Ma'atian heart. Have a pure heart, have a good heart, have the Creator's heart. And when you open up your airwaves, your ancestors will start to talk to you because you are born with your calling long before you were ever born, long before you were ever conceived. You were given a job to do, and that's your divine calling. So your call comes to you. And as you move through life and as you experience certain things, if you're on the track that's heading towards your destiny.
That was a hot starter for the videos for this episode. As you can see, I'm moving around, moving and shaking as I work. I have to be still doing the rest of my life and taking care of family and taking care of myself, and also getting out the creativity that I have inside of me out at the same time. Malcolm Jamal Warner was spectacular. Everything he said about, you know, history and just the truth about the history of America is so important. Yeah, using your gifts is also very important. When we don't do what's natural to us, we are inorganic in our experience. But when we are true to ourselves and we go inward and we're practicing being our greatest self, we are in line with our purpose design. So much more I want to get into. Happy 11/11. I'm happy to be putting out my passion and my purpose and sharing, you know, some information that helps me think outside of the box and more, you know, inward. The more I love on me and get to know myself, is the more I see beauty in the entire world around me and the people that I interact with. And yeah, to thyself be true. Let's get into the next set of videos. This is an 11/11 edition of New Earth Zone, so yeah, we're gonna stack this one real nice. Let's get into the next set of videos.
Physical fitness. And I'm talking about you elderly folks, you women. It's going to take discipline. And we're going to have to stop telling all these lies. Girl, I'm not eating that much. I'm getting so fat. Well, whatever you eating is too much. And if any of you all can find a way to stop eating and keep gaining weight, come see me. We can all get rich. I mean, don't let nobody dupe you into believing that physical fitness is just for athletes. We have to understand that this body has muscles. Your muscles must be exercised regardless of how old you are. 40 and 50 and 60 years of brilliance in your head, but your heart's getting ready to blow out? My God, what can you contribute to this country if you can get you another 40 or 50 years with what you already got? Go to bed and get up and go look in the mirror at yourself and know what you're looking at is not only the finest thing in the universe, but it is the universe. And when you can feel good about yourself, you don't have to feel bad about nobody else. And one of the best ways to start feeling good about yourself is start cleansing your body. Start being careful about what you eat. Go on a fast 1 day a week. Go on a long fast. And when you get ready to go on a fast, did you check with a doctor? Did you check with a doctor when you start smoking? Did you check with a doctor when you snorted coke? Did you check with a doctor when you start drinking whiskey? How come everything that kills you, you don't have to check with nobody, but when you're talking about life, they want you to check with 15, 20 different people?
Your energy teaches the world how to treat you. If you carry doubt, you'll attract people who make you question yourself. If you walk in confidence, you'll attract people who respect you without reason. Life mirrors the signal you send. It doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you truly believe you deserve. That's why change never starts outside of you. It begins with a quiet decision to raise your standard for what you'll accept. The moment you decide you're done chasing, life starts meeting you halfway. The moment you decide you're worthy, everything around you begins to shift. Because you never get what you're asking for. You get...
How important is sleep? Oh, well, sleep, we need to stop really looking at the concept as sleep, because we get a misunderstanding of what the whole process is. So it's really all about fasting. So yes, fasting is important, because every time we go to sleep, every time we close our eyes, every time we shut the digestive system down, the body automatically goes into repair. So the more waste, the more toxins that are in the body, then the body needs more time to sleep. The less waste in the body, the less toxins you have to process, less time you need to sleep. So, if you want to live a longer life, or at least have more time to live, then keep your body clean, and, you won't have to go 8 hours into the body shop at night.
That's accurate, because when you read the book of Psalms, the 137th chapter, David, listen, let me finish my answer. David, the prophet David, was praying to the Most High God, and he was praying to dash the little children against the stone against Israel's enemies. And we are the nation of Israel. I noticed everybody laughed when the brother said that we're the chosen people. But what America is teaching, that everybody is God's people. So when a bunch of black men come up on the stage and tell you that we're the chosen people of God, why is the white people in the audience laugh? Okay. Because you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's why. Okay, Jerry, can I add?
But you haven't eaten for 17 years, as we know it.
Right. Breatharianism is a philosophy that believes that the human body, when it's in perfect harmony with itself and nature, is a perfect breatharian. Now, all of the constituents that we need is taken from the air we breathe.
Mean that when a baby is born, you don't have to give it anything to eat, no milk or anything?
No, that would only work if the mother was a breatharian. Because we don't come into the world as breatharians from mothers that are breatharian, before we even get started, our blood is poisoned. When a person gets older and wiser, he should get younger. He should not die in an unhealthy body. The quality of life that I live is the most important thing. And there is no way of having perfect happiness without having perfect health. The human body was created by the Creator in perfection. And obviously, if something is created perfect, there's nothing you can do to it but make it less perfect. And that's exactly what man has done. And that is why our environment and everything that is in our lives, because of the quality of our blood. I don't recommend fasting. I know everybody thinks they should run out and stop eating. That is not.
You want to train people how to respect you? Cut them off. Why are you letting people treat you like you're nothing? There are people that I've had to train by my absence, my silence, and me stepping back. You're not going to handle me how you think you want to handle me. You're going to handle me the way I deserve to be handled, treated, respected, spoken to, addressed. I'm not regular. You're not going to treat me like some regular whatever off the street. I'm going to teach you by me not being available. That way you can go out here in these streets and see if you can find anything like me anywhere else. Who has access to you in this season matters. Don't pick up the phone for everybody, baby. Stop responding to every text. The moment they text, you immediately stop what you're doing, almost crash the car trying to respond. Let that thing sit in the air, because no one should feel like they can immediately have your time except for Jesus.
Go into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within, this is the key. You will find that at a certain point, probably at about 25 to 30 minutes, your mind will go completely clear. And then a flow of ideas will start to flow into your mind. You'll feel energy welling up inside you. And at a precise moment, as you sit there in complete silence, no cigarettes, no coffee, no music, nothing, just complete silence, at a particular moment, your mind will go clear and wham, exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time. And if you will get up and go and carry out that answer, it will turn out to be exactly perfect.
This is going to completely annihilate your perception of your spirituality. I know you think you're a spiritual person, but listen to this. You are the observer of your life. You are just watching the show play out, the movie. You're watching it play out, right? The problem where you go wrong with your manifestations and why no one manifests what they actually want and everyone struggles with it, and it's a constant uphill struggle to manifest what you want in your life. There's two reasons for this. Number one is you, the ego, I'm Luke and I'm 23 from Manchester and I have this identity and this uniqueness and I'm different from that person and blah, blah, blah. That version of you is trying to wrestle with your soul or your spirit or God or the universe or whatever you want to define that higher power as, right? And the reason it's wrestling with it is because your ego thinks, no, I want to achieve the manifestation and the goal that I have in my brain and the success that I want in this way. But you, with your ignorant ego, which has been built up from past experiences, doesn't understand the future reality that it's trying to tap into, is basing what it wants and how it wants to get that thing in a certain way based upon ignorance, because it hasn't been there yet. The ego hasn't been there yet. Your soul is everything at the same time. This is where it gets a bit interesting, so stay with me. The ego wants to control the show. It wants to direct the movie and have it play out exactly as it wants it to. But the thing is, the movie's already been directed. The show now just has to play out. That's it. Your soul, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, has already directed the movie. It's already written. It's scripted. It's ready to go. The show is being premiered. And you are the observer and also the main character in the show. All that you have to do, literally all you have to actually do in this game of life is think about what you want. Imagine as if you've already got it. And then just watch the show play out and enjoy the ups and downs of the show as the main character, you, and the observer, also you, watching it from the show, from the chairs in the background, enjoys the ups and downs of the show. If you went to watch a movie and it was predictable and you knew exactly what was going to happen and exactly how the character's going to get to where you know the character's going to go, you probably wouldn't even want to really watch the movie. It'd be kind of boring, right? The reason why life is so interesting and why we, although sometimes it's hard and it's difficult, the reason why it's so enjoyable at the same time is the yin and yang. There's always a bit of light in the dark and there's always a bit of dark in the light, and they have to coexist for one to exist in the first place. The light has to exist in order for dark to exist and vice versa. So your ups and downs only exist because the other version of it exists as well. So just enjoy it and observe the show and trust in your soul or God or the universe or just yourself that everything will always work out and you'll be fine. Now all that you have to actually do is enjoy the show.
Groups like this Nordic group. There is an African-looking group. There is a Polynesian-looking group. I think we're going to find very few of these extraterrestrials are Caucasian or blonde-haired, blue-eyed, like a lot of people depict. Many, many, many of our cosmic cousins from the local 52 star cluster are people of color. And when we get to a point to our cosmic cousins actually visiting and integrating with us, we are going to be forced to deal with some of our petty racist programs.
That right there was definitely informational and educational. I try to listen to things that are nourishing. I try to consume all things that are high vibrational, that help me learn and help me look inward. The journey inward is amazing, though. When you strip off the skin that you thought was authentically yours, it's a tough process, but it's worth it. Because if you're not authentically you, then you're not authentic, you're not real. And it's important that we journey inward. Now, I know it's 11:11 and this video is packed. Has anybody heard of like 3-Eye Atlas? So now we're about to get into the cosmic portion of information and education. Not telling anybody what to believe. I think everybody looking at this video should definitely do their own research to see if it resonates with their soul. I'm just sharing what helps me get to where I need to be, mentally and psychologically. I'm just sharing. Comment down below.
Now, I'm going to casually mention to you something that's very scary indeed. I'm going to tell you what the alien agenda is, and it's going to sound very familiar. The alien agenda is the complete takeover of this planet, the killing off of 5, 6 to 7/8 of the world's population by the year 2029. U.S. military has known about this for 45 years. They've told no one. As far as I know, I'm the only person standing before a crowd talking about the alien agenda, secretively.
This moon is not a moon, okay? It's not your moon in the first place. Actually, this is not your planet. This is their laboratory, okay?
Right. Okay, the Dracos, you mean, or the reptilians?
Draco-reptilian.
Will be the first ever recorded on videotape. A tape that shows Maurice's face changing from this to this. Therio's skin seems to bubble. A deep crack has opened on his forehead.
There's a split on the left side of the head, which widens, opens up. The eyes look like a serpent.
How many are you?
All of a sudden, his eyes rolled up in his head, and his head went down. He collapsed, and within a few minutes, he came to.
Area 151. Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah. Earth. We still don't know a lot about. That's because we don't know a lot about ourselves as a collective. Humanity has to get back to the natural way. Yeah, we have to put our souls on the ground. We have to connect back with the earth and nature. It's important. Happy 11/11 again. Please be intentional about everything you want to manifest in your life. Envision it, write it down, and believe in you. Let's get back to the videos. More videos.
Life is going to work out perfectly for you. All the right things are going to happen to you in your life. All the right people are going to enter your life, and all the wrong people are going to leave in your life. You're going to have a beautiful home in your life. You're going to have a great career throughout your life. You're going to waken up every day of your life next to the love of your life. You're going to have leisurely Sundays and terrific holidays. You're going to travel and see the world. You're going to meet incredible people in your life who can help, and who you will help in ways that you could never have believed possible. You're going to be recognized as a hugely successful person and appreciated for this ability you have to help others. Please don't worry. Your life is going to work out perfectly. Now, I suggest that you read this to yourself every morning and last thing at night over the next 6 months, and the change that will happen to you will be unbelievable.
Simply, and whole races of people. 50,000 years ago, you couldn't stay on the surface of this planet if you were not black. Because if you were not, and you were exposed to the radiation fields that were here, you would die. It's just that simple. And whole races of people have died off. Another statement I want to make, electricity is slowed down magnetism. Above electricity and magnetism is what is called orgone energy. Now, those are bad words. You don't want to say orgone out here to this government and research scientists, because orgone means original. It's organic. It's orgasm. It's organic. It's organic people. And of course, they refer to those kind of people as original people. And what the last thing they want you to understand is who the original people are, and why the original people are, and where the original people are, and when the original people came. None of that will they teach you. But you do hear a word that's used a lot. It's called aboriginal. Never use that word aboriginal if you are indigenous to the planet. Why? Because it means to abhor the original person. To abhor means to hate, to envy, to covet, to dislike. Consequently, the word aboriginal means that you have a dislike for the original person. And the original person, of course, is a person with melanin. That's been proven so many times now that if necessary, I won't spend the time with an audience like you to go into that, but nevertheless. What is also very interesting is those who would say that the black man has contributed very little to the planet may be right, because there'd be no planet without the black man. So you don't go contribute to something that you had an original part of, and he owned at one time on our planet, and we can say almost no more than 50,000 years ago, you couldn't stay on the surface of this planet if you were not black. Because if you were not, and you were exposed to the radiation fields that were here, you would die. It's just that simple. And whole races of people have died off anytime there's what they call a sun reversal. This is why it's been called sons of the sun.
Listen carefully. The most dangerous conversation you'll ever have is not with the world. Not with your boss. Not even with your family. It's the one you're having with yourself right now. That quiet voice in your head has already decided whether you rise or whether you stay stuck. And here's the truth. If you keep talking to yourself the same way, your life will keep looking the same way. But for the next 3 days, you're going to change that voice. You're going to speak with power, with conviction, with certainty, because when you change how you talk to yourself, you change your brain. When you change your brain, you change your energy. And when you change your energy, you change your entire life. This is not motivation. This is science. This is the blueprint to reprogram your subconscious mind and build the wealth, success, and confidence you've been waiting for. So pay close attention, because the next 3 days are not ordinary days. They are the beginning of your new reality. Every morning when you open your eyes, something happens before you even get out of bed. Your mind starts talking. That inner voice begins whispering or sometimes shouting about who you are, what's possible, and what's not. And here's the truth. Most people never realize that voice is not neutral. It's not background noise. It's the architect of your entire life. Think about it. The words you speak to yourself are not just thoughts, they're commands. Your brain treats them like instructions, and your body obeys without question. If you wake up and tell yourself, I'm tired, I can't handle this day, you've just programmed your body to move through life drained and defeated. But if you wake up and tell yourself, I've got energy, I can handle anything, your brain fires new signals. Your body responds with strength, and your entire day changes. This isn't wishful thinking. This is neuroscience. Every thought you repeat wires together neurons in your brain. Every word you speak becomes a groove in your subconscious mind. Napoleon Hill called this autosuggestion the deliberate act of feeding your mind with thoughts that serve your purpose, instead of thoughts that destroy it. But here's the problem. Most people never take control of this inner dialogue. They live on autopilot. They recycle yesterday's doubts into today's reality. They say things like, I never have enough money. I'm not confident enough. I'll probably fail again. And because the brain doesn't know the difference between a thought and a real event, it accepts those statements as truth.
The ironic thing about life is that you are a different person to everyone you meet. To some, you're quiet. To others, you never stop talking. Some remember you for your kindness, others for the time you walked away. You are a villain in someone's story, a hero in another's. And to most, you're just a passing thought.
How come is everything white? I said, why is Jesus white with blonde hair and blue eyes? Why is the Lord's Supper all white men? Angels are white, Pope and Mary and even the angels. I said, Mother, when we die, do we go to heaven? She said, naturally we go to heaven. I said, well, what happened to all the black angels when they took the pictures? I said, oh, I know. If the white folks was in heaven too, then the black angels were in the kitchen preparing the milk and honey.
If you've been feeling like everything you were taught about spirituality was watered down, like there's a deeper layer nobody's talking about, listen closely. The Matrix survives on surface-level truth, but you're here because you're ready for what's underneath. These are spiritual truths that take years to decode. Not the Instagram quotes, the real ones. The ones that completely rewire how you see reality. If even one of these lands, drop the number in the comments. Here we go. Jesus taught ascension, not religion. Manifestation isn't magic, it's energetic mathematics. You don't wait for time to pass, you move through timelines. Synchronicities are your soul sending you receipts. Your triggers aren't problems, they're portals. You incarnated with a mission you're only now remembering. Not everyone around you is from the same lineage, and that's the point. The universe doesn't test you, it matches your frequency. Dreams are astral meetings you forget on purpose. Deja vu is you slipping into the timeline you were meant for. Your voice carries codes that unlock others. You don't lose people, their contracts expire. The Matrix isn't a place, it's a program you outgrow. Shadows aren't darkness, they're unclaimed power. You're not waiting for a sign, you're waiting for yourself. Awakening isn't about becoming new, it's remembering who you are. Past lives aren't in the past if you're here to complete them. Your sensitivity isn't weakness, it's your antenna. Karma isn't punishment, it's alignment. Soulmates activate you, twin flames transform you. You didn't choose your birth chart, you designed it. And your manifestations show up the moment you release the version of you that couldn't receive them. Here's what changes everything. there's a framework that helps you actually integrate these truths instead of just collecting them. It combines shadow work, journaling, and integration practices specifically designed to turn knowledge into embodiment. Over 47,000 people have used it to stop feeling fragmented and finally become whole. You'll finally feel whole instead of broken. You'll stop repeating the same patterns. You'll integrate in weeks what used to take years. Look, you can keep collecting spiritual truths and wonder why nothing shifts internally. Or you can actually do the integration work that activates them. Maybe you didn't stumble on this randomly. Maybe you scheduled this. If you're ready to integrate what you know, drop blueprint below to stop collecting wisdom you can't embody and finally become the person these truths are pointing you toward. No pressure, just here if you're ready. Activation complete.
Explain what the sun taught you.
Oh, what did the sun teach me? That all physical reality is sustained by motion, and anything that is no longer at an electromagnetic vibratory frequency undergoes what is called death, which is the permanent termination of the biological functions with the state of living organism. If you fuse your spirit body or your ether body with your physical body, you can eat directly from the source. So, the soles of your hands, the soles of your feet, the palms of your hand, these transmute energy. These are your 11 chakras. Your aura is you have 7 levels of existence. You only see them with the 2 eyes, which is the 3rd dimension, which is the densest level. You have a 7th eye, which is your crown chakra. When your kundalini is flowing, you're supposed to know this, Mr. Amira. No, it's Egyptian as well. When your kundalini energy is flowing and all your chakras are aligned, your light body is permeating, and your light body takes over the physical realm. And you see, when now you eat on that realm because that is the driver that's in control. So you have never transmigrated the physical realm, so you don't have no experience.
On the face of the planet Earth, there ain't nothing on Earth better than a black woman. And you should take pride in being the queen of the planet Earth. You should take pride in being the mother of civilization. You should love yourself so much. Once you learn that the mother is the first nurse, the mother is the first teacher, the mother is the first doctor. Once you learn, black woman, that you are the queen of the planet Earth, that you are the second self, not of man, but the second self of God, that you are the womb of man. That's why we call you woman. Once you learn that about yourself, your value should be so high, sister, that you stop giving people discounts. See, if you really knew who you were, black woman, you come on off that clearance rack and get back behind the glass where all the real valuable stuff is at. If you really knew your value, then you wouldn't have to show your behind. You would have your mind on display.
All I gotta say is bravo. That was an amazing video, Ryan. We've made it to the end of the video. Please comment below. Let me know how you feel about the everything. Let me know if it's a reach, or if it's within the realm of your inner standing and understanding. Thank you for watching, yo. There will be more episodes coming. This is season 1 of New Earth Zone viral reaction videos that are educational, informational, with Jamal-Alim. Alright, representing. See, I got my Monica and Brandy shirt on because next Thursday they will be in Brooklyn at the Barclays, and I got tickets. I'm a big Monica fan, and to see Brandy and Monica live together, it's a dream come true. So, you know, I'm gonna let y'all know about it. And thank you for watching. Please share, like, hit the bell for notifications so you can be the first one to get any content I upload. Thank you, Alim Aliens. Thank you, the Shiny Ones. Thank you, World Architects. Let's go. Y'all have a good one. Happy 11/11. Manifest your dreams. Believe in yourself. We all in this thing called life together, so you're never alone. Holla at your boy. Jamal-Alim here, representing for the Alim World Company. Peace out. Thank you for watching.
If you stay in environments where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the size of what they can stand. And that's what causes anxiety and depression and stress, because you have had to shrink. I refuse to be small because you think small. I'm not shrinking my vision because you can't catch up. You either better roll with me or you gonna get rolled over.